Would you recommend going out solo to practice night game? Yes, I would, but there's more. I find it difficult to rally friends on a regular basis to go out to train. Thus, it seems the only way to get regular training is to go out solo. How do you address the inherent awkwardness of being out by yourself? Should you keep location hopping so you're not the try-hard guy in the corner just waiting for targets? All right, so I first learned game solo. I first learned game doing 3 years of day game solo because I started when I was 18. So 18 to 21, I couldn't really drink. But then when I was 21, I started going out to clubs, bars, that kind of stuff. And yes, I went out solo for exactly the same reasons. Eventually, I did get a couple wingmen, but I've always loved going out solo. Going out solo is the heart and the soul of game, right? Not relying on wingmen, being completely on your own 2 feet, etc. And there are certain skills that you learn so much better going out solo than you ever would with wingmen. When you go solo, you must learn to manage groups. If you have a wingman, you can just like spend all night looking for 2 sets and like go, you talk to one girl, wingman talks to the other girl, and you don't really have to learn group theory. You don't have to learn how to manage the girl's friends, that kind of stuff. If you go out by yourself, you have to learn that. You absolutely do, because the only other option is to literally wait for the girl by herself in the club, and that is waiting around a lot. That is spending a lot of time not approaching and just being kind of the creepy, awkward guy. Although that said, if you are out solo and you do see a girl by herself, by all means approach her, but assume that she's not alone, because most of the time she's not. Assume she's with people and like she just went to the bathroom or her friends left for a minute and they're coming back, because you still are going to need to deal with the group most of the time. Even when you meet a girl alone, she will usually have people there with her. But that's a skill that you will learn so much better solo than you will with a wingman. Also, the skill of being self-reliant, pushing yourself and making yourself go even when it's awkward without having someone to shove you and make you go is a very useful skill as well. In terms of your question of whether you should keep venue hopping to not be the weird, awkward guy in the corner, no, I don't think you should do that. What I think you should do is just not be the weird, awkward guy in the corner. What you should be is the guy who's socializing with everyone. You walk in, say hi to the bouncer, and like have a conversation with him while he's checking your ID. Right? You get in, if you do order a drink or don't order a drink or whatever, or talk to the bartender, right, for a second. If you're waiting in line for the bathroom, whether it's guys and girls or just guys or whatever, talk to the person in the bathroom line. Become a social person throughout your night. It's going to help you in terms of your performance in the club itself. It's also going to help you with your sort of like level of comfort with being in the club and your like happiness and enjoyment of being there. Most people go to a nightclub or a bar usually to drink and socialize and maybe dance, not to necessarily pick up people. Now, most guys would be quite happy if picking up a girl happened for them, but most guys don't go with that express purpose. And most girls don't go with the express purpose of getting picked up, although they are open to it under the right circumstances. The more you can make yourself in a social mood and in sort of the vibe of the night in general, the better off you're going to do. But yeah, in terms of approaching solo, it should not be awkward. All right. First of all, many girls you will find are impressed by the fact that you had the courage to just go out by yourself. Most girls would love to be able to go out by themselves, but they don't feel capable of it because they feel too tied to their group. Certain times the "are you here alone" or whatever will be a shit test, in which case you could just answer with, I lost my friend. I think he met some girl and he's over in the corner doing his thing, so I thought I'd leave him alone. That could be fine as a response, or my friend had to work in the morning, so he left early. That's fine. Anything along those lines, or just, no, it's just me tonight. Totally fine, right? Especially if you travel a lot. No, I'm just traveling through, just me. That kind of thing, totally cool. And it also has the added benefit of you get to talk about traveling and showing a cool lifestyle immediately. So there are a lot of ways to handle any kind of awkwardness associated with being alone, but there really shouldn't be, right? If you're having good interaction and the girl likes you, it should be fine. Even if you've approached a group of girls and you're gaming well and they say, "Are you here tonight by yourself?" You'll be like, "Yep, it's just me. I have no friends. I'm really antisocial and shy." They're not going to believe you're antisocial and shy because you just approached a big group of girls and did it well. You're fine. You don't need any more social proof than the fact that you just approached a group, right? The fact that you did good game on a group says way more for your social status than having a random male friend there would have anyway. So don't worry about that. Now the one downside of going out alone is it does make it slightly harder to pull in certain cases, particularly girls in twos, right? It's a lot harder to pull a girl that's there with her friend when you're alone than it is with a wingman. That said, it may be easier in some ways to pull from a bigger group because you have the opportunity to befriend the whole group without the distraction of another person there and really let them get to know you. And also a lot of times you're not subject to any mistakes they may make that will blow you out, right? You truly can game based on your own ability and you don't have the random negative variable of a poor wingman or a wingman who might be fallible. But anyway, gaming alone is great for the skills it will teach you. It's great for the mentality it will teach you. It's great for how it will help you to be more comfortable in nightclubs in general. So all of that is absolutely amazing. I personally find it's good for your soul. I find it's good for your soul to know that you could be dropped in any city, anywhere, walk into a bar or a club, and leave with essentially a new girlfriend or a new girlfriend in the making that night. That is an incredible, amazing thing. As you're learning to game by yourself, you may not be pulling a lot because the dealing with the friends thing is very difficult, but you can definitely get a lot of phone numbers, and as much as phone numbers in bars do flake a lot, they don't all flake. And if you do get a lot of them and you follow up with them well, you can succeed that way. I know I particularly, before I ever learned to pull from bars, I slept with something like 60 or so girls before I ever had my first one-night stand. And that was through getting phone numbers, following up, doing dates. Maybe not the most efficient manner, but that's a lot of girls to sleep with in an inefficient way in a relatively short period of time. So there's a lot of value in going out alone for so many reasons. I highly encourage you to do it. I think it's good for the soul, I think it's good for your game, and I think it can be amazing for your results as well.